Welcome all to my YouTube channel Shweta Gupta Chemistry Classes. As in class 12 we are doing the second chapter solutions, and in that we are doing the colligative properties. So the fourth colligative properties is osmotic pressure. So children, as we are moving to osmotic pressure, I want to tell you that yesterday only we have covered the topic osmosis. Children, what is osmosis? I am going to tell you about it again. It is the flow of solvent molecules into a solution. Flow of children, what? Solvent molecules into a solution through a semi-permeable membrane. So, what is osmotic pressure now? In osmosis, solvent molecules move into solution through a semi-permeable membrane. But osmotic pressure is the one in which we apply pressure on the solution side. We apply pressure on the solution side. Here children, you can see it is written pi over here. Pi represents the osmotic pressure. So it is a pressure which you are going to apply on the solution side so that no solvent molecules enter into the solution. So osmotic pressure is the pressure that is applied on the solution side so as to prevent osmosis, or to prevent the flow of solvent molecules into the solution through a semi-permeable membrane. Okay, I just hope children this is clear to you. Now next I'm going to tell you that I have told you earlier also that osmotic pressure is a colligative property, and children, you all know what is colligative property. Colligative property is the one which depends upon the number of solute molecules. It depends upon the number of solute molecules. Now next one is the determination of molar mass of solute using osmotic pressure. How we are going to find out the molar mass of solute using osmotic pressure, children? Osmotic pressure is directly proportional to molarity. Earlier what we have studied, they were elevation that we have done, depression in freezing point, and one more we have done boiling point 1. All those were dependent upon the molality, that is elevation in boiling point and the depression in freezing point. They both depends upon the molality. But here this one, osmotic pressure, is directly proportional to molarity. Okay, so pi is directly proportional to capital C. Here capital C represents the molarity and pi represents the osmotic pressure. So pi is equals to CRT. On removing this proportionality, we got pi is equals to CRT for any dilute solution, where pi is the osmotic pressure, C is the molarity, R is the gas constant, and T is the temperature. Children, we already know that molarity is equals to number of moles of solute upon volume of solution in liters. Now, what is number of moles of solute? Number of moles of solute is weight of the solute upon molar mass of the solute. Okay, molarity is equal to number of mole of solute upon volume of solution in liters, and number of moles of solute is equal to weight of solute in grams upon molar mass of solute. So these values we are going to put in this equation. Pi is equals to CRT. So on putting the value, what we get is pi is equals to W2RT upon Vm2. Here children, W2 upon M2 is N2. Okay, so it is N2 upon V generally, and N2 upon V is C, so it is CRT. Okay, so CRT, this is how we have kept the value of C in this equation. Pi is equals to CRT, so it is W2 upon Vm2 RT. Okay children, so we need to find out the molar mass of solute. So this M2 will go there and pi will come down, so it will be W2 RT upon V pi. Now where it is used? It is used to determine the molar mass of proteins, polymers and macromolecules. This is used to determine the molar mass of proteins, polymers and of macromolecules. Now children, advantages of osmotic pressure method. What are the advantages of osmotic pressure method over other colligative properties? First thing is that children, this process is carried out at room temperature. Earlier we have to raise or decrease the temperature. Either we have to raise the temperature in boiling point or we have to decrease the temperature in case of freezing point. But this method is carried out at room temperature. First thing is that. Second thing I have told you earlier, here molarity is used instead of molality, and molarity has an advantage over molality. So pressure measurement is around the room temperature, and here we have used molarity instead of molality. So this is the first advantage. Now children, second one, as compared to other colligative properties. Earlier the value of colligative properties was coming out to be very less, but here in case of dilute solutions also, the magnitude of colligative property, that is magnitude of osmotic pressure, is having a very large value. So even for very dilute solution, the magnitude of osmotic pressure is large. Next one, this technique is used for the determination of, just now told you, for the determination of proteins, polymers and macromolecules, molar mass of all these. Okay, so generally biomolecules are not stable at higher temperature, so you can easily find out the molar mass of biomolecules at room temperature using osmotic pressure method. Okay, so you can easily find out what I have told you. You can easily find out the molar mass of biomolecules at room temperature, because children, in other colligative properties you have to either increase or decrease the temperature, and the biomolecules are not stable at higher temperature. So that's why this technique is very good to determine their molar mass. Next one is osmotic pressure is measured by Berkeley and Hartley's method. Osmotic pressure is measured by Berkeley and Hartley's method. Now children, we are going to do one numerical based on this. The numerical is calculate the osmotic pressure in pascals. You have to find out the osmotic pressure. So children, what is osmotic pressure? It is pi. What is the formula for osmotic pressure? CRT, where C is the molarity and molarity is equals to number of moles of solute upon volume of solution in liters. So you are going to put the values in this formula. Whenever a question is asked, underline the part which is to be you need to find out. So osmotic pressure, what is the formula for that? Pi is equals to CRT. So this formula we are going to put. Osmotic pressure exerted by a solution prepared by dissolving 1 gram of polymer, that is prepared by dissolving 1 gram of polymer of molar mass 185,000 in 450 ml of water at 37 degree Celsius. So children, a polymer, that is solute of having mass 1 gram and molar mass 185,000 is dissolved in 450 ml of water at temperature 37 degrees Celsius. You need to find out the osmotic pressure. It means mass of the solute is given, molar mass of the solute is given, volume in ml is given, and temperature is given. So mass of polymer is 1 gram. What will be the number of moles, children? We have to put in this formula. So number of moles is equals to mass in gram divided by molar mass. Mass in gram is already given in the question, 1 gram, and the molar mass is also given in the question, 185,000 gram per mole. So we'll get the number of moles with the help of this. Okay, now volume is in ml. So children, you need to convert ml into liters. So you will divide 450 ml upon 1000. So you'll get 0.450 liters. Now temperature. Temperature given, children, 37 degrees Celsius, and 37 plus, you need to convert this degree Celsius into Kelvin. So plus 273, it will be equal to 310 K. Now value of R. It is 8.314 K Pascal L K inverse mole inverse. So children, here you need this value in pascals, not in K Pascal. So you will multiply this with 10 to the power 3. So it will you will convert K Pascal into Pascal. So 8.314 into 10 to the power 3 Pascal liter K inverse mole inverse. Now children, you check whether we have got the same units. Mole, mole, gram, gram cut हो गया है, mole is left. Mole, here also we have mole. Kelvin we have converted, here also we have Kelvin. Okay, Kelvin we have done. So liters we have in liters. So now we'll put the values in the formula. So pi is equals to n upon v. What is n, children? 1 upon 185,000. N is 1 upon 185,000 upon v into v is 0.45 liters. So it is upon v into RT. R is 8.314 into 10 to the power 3 and temperature is 310 K. So the answer comes out to be 30.96 pascals. Okay children, I just hope this one is clear to you all. Now next one we'll do types of solution on the basis of osmotic pressure. We are going to do the types of solutions on the basis of osmotic pressure. So children, there are generally three types of solutions. One is isotonic, one is hypertonic, and the third one is hypotonic. What I have told you just now, one is isotonic, one is hypertonic, and the third one is hypotonic. Children, this we are going to do with the help of diagrams. We are going to understand. So firstly, we'll try to understand what is isotonic solution. Children, you can see we are having two solutions, and here it is also having, the outer one is also having 10% salt, and the one inside this semi-permeable membrane is also having 10% salt solution. So both the solutions are having same concentration at a given temperature. When two solutions have same concentration at room temperature, then those solutions are known as isotonic solution. Now, if two solutions have same concentration at room temperature, then they will have same osmotic pressure. Same osmotic pressure they will have. So, when the concentration inside and outside the cell, this is the cell and it is placed in a solution. So, in this cell, the concentration is 10% salt solution, and in outside the cell, the concentration is again 10% salt solution. So, here the osmotic pressure is same, and there will be no osmosis between these two solutions as they have same molar concentration. So these solutions are known as isotonic solutions. Example, children, I will give you. If it is a blood cell, suppose it is a blood cell, then the osmotic pressure associated with the fluid inside the blood cell, जो हमारे ब्लड सेल होते हैं उसमें जो फ्लूइड प्रेजेंट होता है, जो लिक्विड प्रेजेंट होता है, उसका ऑस्मोटिक प्रेशर जो होता है वो जनरली कितना होता है? 0.9% ऑफ NaCl solution. ओके, व्हाट इट कंटेन्स. और द ऑस्मोटिक प्रेशर जो ब्लड सेल के अंदर फ्लूइड प्रेजेंट होता है वो कितना होता है? 0.9% होता है, which is equal to normal saline solution, normal saline solution. Okay, therefore that much is enough, or that much concentration of NaCl solution is safe to inject intravenously. Again you try to understand, children. the osmotic pressure. Suppose this is a blood cell. This is a blood cell, and this blood cell is having fluids inside it. ये एक ब्लड सेल है और ये फ्लूइड से बना हुआ है. तो जो ऑस्मोटिक प्रेशर है इस ब्लड सेल के अंदर वो किसके इक्विवेलेंट है? 0.9% NaCl सोल्यूशन के इक्विवेलेंट है ऑस्मोटिक प्रेशर इस सेल के अंदर, ब्लड सेल के अंदर. ओके, एंड इट इज़ नॉर्मल सेल. इट इज़ what if it is equivalent to this one, then that is called a normal saline solution. That is 0.9% NaCl solution is normal saline solution. इतना ही ऑस्मोटिक प्रेशर हमारे ब्लड सेल के अंदर होता है. तो अगर आप इतने ऑस्मोटिक प्रेशर का इंजेक्शन को इंजेक्ट करते हैं वेन्स के अंदर, इंजेक्ट इंट्रावीनसली, then the osmotic pressure is same inside the vein and the solution they are injecting, that is 0.9% NaCl solution. So that is safe. That is the osmotic pressure inside the cell and the injection you are injecting, that is also having the same osmotic pressure. So that is safe to inject. Now next one is hypertonic solution. Again children will come to a diagram. This is hypertonic solution. Children, you can see the cell is having 10% salt solution, but the solution in which this cell is placed is having 20% salt solution. So here what is happening? A solution is having more osmotic pressure than the other solution. ये तो osmotic pressure, one solution is more than the other solution. In that case what happens? Children? Water will move out of this cell. Then when water will move out of this cell, then the cell shrinks. जो सेल होगा ये सिकुड़ जाएगा. मैंने क्या बोला? अगर किसी सोल्यूशन का ऑस्मोटिक प्रेशर ज़्यादा होता है दूसरे सोल्यूशन से, तो जो सेल है उसमें जो लिक्विड प्रेजेंट है, सॉल्वेंट मॉलिक्यूल, वो जो वाटर है उसमें या जो सॉल्वेंट मॉलिक्यूल है वो उस सेल में से बाहर निकल जाएगा. और जब इस सेल में जितना भी वाटर था वो इससे बाहर निकल जाएगा, तो ये जो सेल होगा ये श्रिंक हो जाएगा, ये सिकुड़ जाएगा. सो that is what is known as plasmolysis. Shrinking of a cell. When a solution is having more osmotic pressure than the other solution, then the water molecules move out of cell and that the cell shrinks, and that is known as plasmolysis. Okay children, I just hope this is clear. Now I'll give you an example. If you place a cell containing a solution, in this cell you are placing, and this cell is having a solution having concentration more than 0.9% NaCl. अगर इस सेल के अंदर जो कंसंट्रेशन है सोल्यूशन का वो 0.9% NaCl सोल्यूशन से ज़्यादा है, तो उस केस में क्या होगा? जो वाटर है वो इस सेल से बाहर निकल जाएगा, और जब वाटर इस सेल से बाहर निकल जाएगा तो फिर ये सेल श्रिंक हो जाएगा, और इस सेल को हम लोग फिर ये जो सेल होगा और वो श्रिंक होने के बाद ये जो प्रोसेस होगा, व्हाट विल कॉल दैट प्रोसेस इज नोन एज प्लाज्मोलिसिस. नाउ चिल्ड्रन, लास्ट वन इज hypotonic solution. Now you can see here, inside the cell it is 20% salt and outside the cell it is 10% salt solution. So here this solution is having less osmotic pressure than the other solution. When a solution is having less osmotic pressure than the other solution, then that solution is known as hypotonic solution. Now same thing, if a cell is having salt solution having concentration less than 0.9% of NaCl, अगर इस सेल के अंदर जो सॉल्ट सोल्यूशन है वो ज़ीरो, उसका कंसनट्रेशन 0.9% NaCl से कम है, तो उस केस में क्या होगा, जो बाहर से सॉल्वेंट मॉलिक्यूल है वो मूव कर जाएगा इस सेल के अंदर। जब वो सॉल्वेंट मॉलिक्यूल बाहर से इस सेल के अंदर मूव करेगा तो ये सेल स्वेल हो जाएगा। ओके, सो दिस टाइप ऑफ सॉल्यूशन आर नोन एज हाइपोटोनिक सॉल्यूशन। Here the solution is having less osmotic pressure than the other solution. In this case, cell swells. In this case, cell shrinks. And in this case, cell remains same. So these are the three types of solution. So the next topic in this is reverse osmosis and water purification. Children, as the name indicate, reverse osmosis, it is the process that is opposite of osmosis. Okay, so here it is saying generally what is osmosis? Flow of solvent molecules. It is what, children? Flow of solvent molecules into the solution through a semi-permeable membrane. So solvent is moving into the solution through a semi-permeable membrane. That was osmosis. Now you have to reverse this process of osmosis. So the direction of osmosis can be reversed if a pressure large than the osmotic pressure is applied to the solution side. Now children, if you apply a pressure, this is a solution, salt water. If salt water is a solution of salt and water, if on this solution side you apply a pressure, you can see pressure that is more than the osmotic pressure. You can see pressure that is greater than the osmotic pressure. If you apply a pressure on the solution side that is more than the what, osmotic pressure, then what happens? Pure solvent will flows out of the solution through the semi-permeable membrane. Now suppose children, here this we are having a salt water. Salt water is a solution of salt and water. अगर आप सॉल्ट वाटर के साइड एक प्रेशर अप्लाई करते हैं जो कि ज़्यादा है ऑस्मोटिक प्रेशर से, तो ये सॉल्ट वाटर जो वाटर प्लस सॉल्ट से मिलकर बना है, उसमें जो वाटर है वो सॉल्वेंट है और जो सॉल्ट है वो सल्यूट है। तो इस सॉल्यूशन में से जो सॉल्वेंट के मॉलिक्यूल्स हैं, वाटर के मॉलिक्यूल्स हैं, वो मूव करेंगे इस सेमी परमिएबल मेम्ब्रेन के थ्रू, और आपको इस सेमी परमिएबल मेम्ब्रेन के थ्रू यू विल गेट फ्रेश वाटर. So here the pure solvent, that is in this example water, flows out of the solution through a semi-permeable membrane. Then this process is known as reverse osmosis. It is used in the desalination. Desalination is removal of salt to get salt-free water from sea water. So this is known as reverse osmosis and is used in desalination to get salt-free water from sea water. Next, children, there are some conditions for this. The pressure required for reverse osmosis is quite high. You need a quite high pressure for reverse osmosis. You should have a workable porous membrane. Okay, you should have a good porous membrane, and this membrane is a film of cellulose acetate. ये membrane किसका बना हुआ है? cellulose acetate का बना हुआ है, और इसमें छोटे 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 पोर्स हैं जिसके थ्रू सिर्फ वाटर जा सकता है लेकिन इम्प्यूरिटीज़ नहीं जा सकती. क्या बताया मैंने? प्रेशर शुड बी हाई, देन क्वाइट हाई. नेक्स्ट वन, this membrane should be porous and should be made up of cellulose acetate. It should allow only water molecule to flow through it. Should not allow impurities like ions or salt molecules to move through it. Okay children, so this is what reverse osmosis and water purification, how it is done. So that's all for today. Thank you all and have a nice day.